Atlantic Records and Trey Songz will be presenting a one-night-only live and personal event at the National Theater in Richmond, Virginia. It will feature selected hits from his previous 4 albums and from his mixtapes, and headlining his Chapter 5 album, which sold over 135,000 copies in the first week in stores, along with being #1 on the top Billboard 200 charts. Trey Songz is a Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, rapper, and producer. In 2010, he was nominated and won 2 awards: a Soul Train Award for Best Collaboration for the song Successful with hip-hop artist Drake, and a BET Award for Best Male R&B Artist. He is a 3-time Grammy nominee, starting in the year 2008, 2010, and his most recent nomination for a heart attack in 2013. Trey has showed his acting techniques in 7 films, which 2 included him acting as himself. Trey has had 3 headlining tours, starting with the Passion, Pain, and Pleasure Tour in 2010, the Anticipation Tour in 2012, and the Chapter 5 World Tour in 2012. Trey has 4 albums and 3 mixtapes year to date. Trey Songz, better known as Tremaine Neverson, is a native of Petersburg, Virginia, which is 20 miles south of Richmond, Virginia. Richmond is a perfect location to do this special one-night-only event for his hometown's fans. This one-night live and personal concert is Trey's way of saying thank you to everyone in Petersburg and Richmond for supporting him in his 10-year venture as a recording artist. There will also be a chance for 2 loyal fans to receive the backstage VIP access, which include viewing the show from backstage, spending personal time with Trey backstage after the show, hanging out in VIP at the after party with Trey. The backstage VIP passes will be promoted on 92.1 iPower during Trey's interview with TT Torres, and the passes will be given out at the meet and greet. His day will start off at 5:45, early morning wake up. 5:30 is hair, makeup, and stylist. 6 a.m. is breakfast. 6:30, we're going to head down to Steve Harvey morning show. 7 a.m. he's on air. 8 a.m. we're going to take a break, grab a quick bite, go over the rest of the day. 8:30, we're going to head down to the venue for rehearsal. After rehearsal, we're going to wrap it up at 10:30. Then we're going to start going over some things over lunch. So we're going to take an early lunch at 11 a.m. At 12 p.m., we're going to head back to the hotel to freshen up. 1:30, we're going to head to 92.1 for the interview with TT Torres. 2 o'clock, we're on air. We're going to wrap it up at 3. That way we can head to the venue at 6:30, prepare for the show. At 6:30 p.m., we're going to head down to the venue. And we're going to get ready for showtime at 8. By 10:30, it's over. 11 p.m., we're going to chill with the VIP winner. 12 a.m., we're going to get ready to head to Bliss Lounge. By 12:30, we should be arriving at the Bliss Lounge for the after party. And by 2:30 a.m., we will be leaving the Bliss Lounge. The National Theater is a perfect place to feature this one-night-only live and personal concert because it holds up to 1,500 people. It is so intimate, so Trey can spend up close and personal time with his fans. It is very elegant, very romantic. That way it sets the mood for him to perform in a very intimate setting. As the day goes on, we do have writers that we have to have. We have the writers for the hotel, the writers for DTLR, the writers for the National Theater, and the writers for the Bliss Lounge. The hotel is just based upon arrival and his accommodation throughout his stay. The DTLR writer is basically for when he does the meet and greet and the signing, the supplies that he needs for that. The National Theater writer is basically to make him comfortable before he goes on stage and to chill with the meet and greet at the VIP. The lounge writer just basically states the accommodations in VIP. Now, we do have an event budget estimate with the tickets for the concert, the event VIP, the regular price at the door, DVD sales, and net sales, which is all right here, gives you a rough figure of it. Along with, the net sales, we do have to think about the expenses that we occur while we're doing these events. How we have to get a portion of the tickets to the National Theater, the portions of the tickets for the Bliss Lounge. We do have to accommodate our support staff, our cast, and our musicians. We also have to think about the insurance for the event, the rental cars, the meals, and the rooms. Along with that, we do have a risk assessment. The risk, the likelihood, and consequences. You know, the risk assessment that I have come up with was the traffic, which is low, which it could, if it does happen, reflect the interviews and the times that we get on air. With ticket sales and the concert event, it's like a medium likelihood. You know, the net profit might be lower than we estimated. Along with the ticket sales and the net profit being lower than we estimated, we think about the technical difficulties, which our sales will be reflected negatively by that as well, because we do base it on the DVD sales, and if production is not right, then our DVD sales will suffer at that point. But we want to keep everything between low and medium, which everything right now is. So that's a plus. The conclusion I have learned that you have to pay attention to detail. What I found that there's no corner that can go unturned. As a manager, it is more than making demands and planning dates. It's making sure that all these things take full effect and your client is successful. I've learned that communication is essential. Revision, constant replaying the day over in your head will help you keep your mind fresh of errors and innovative provisions if there are any. Communication, like I stated before, is required every second of the day to ensure that all minor and major details are effective and efficient. Time is also a big key because it keeps you aware of staying on schedule. It's very critical on the day of an event. Also, being sure that you provide enough window space between each time constraint. Therefore, there is time to allow a few minutes to go over the schedule. This also protects the team from any errors to be rolled over without having any time penalty. So basically, it's to keep your eyes open, be fresh, and make sure you're clear and you communicate with your team. That way you all can stay on time and make sure that everything is detailed.